And being in corporate leadership, the issue for me is not necessarily salary or money even. Everybody can use more money to do what they want to do to help others and that kind of thing. But for me, it's a time and freedom issue. And so what I believe is that this opportunity with DS and being connected with so many other people that have the same goals to help other people and serve other people, that is why I believe this is the vehicle for me, and this can be the vehicle for anybody else out there that wants to serve and help and buy back their time and be free to choose. So for me, it's, I don't want to, and I know there's lots of moms out there too that don't want to look their babies in the face one more time and watch the tears well up in their eyes when you say, baby, I can't get to that play tonight. I can't watch your debut. I can't watch you go get the MVP of your football tonight because my boss won't let me on. I know that you're out there, and so for me, that's what it does. It brings back the opportunity for the time and freedom. At the end of the day, I want to have the time for my family, for my friends, for the people in the community that I want to help to serve. I, as a nurse, do serve, and you do help, and you do aid in the healing process, but you're confined within the corporate world. You're still not free for your time. And so I want to use a vehicle such as DSD that gives me the opportunity to choose. And that's what it's about. It's about choice. And so when you think about choice, everybody has a choice. Right now, a choice that you make can be the moment that changes your life. And, if you think about a smoker that smoked 25 years, and they've tried to quit for the past 20. At some point, that change comes. And right then and there, when they make a decision to quit, their life can be changed forever. At some point, you got to make the decision. So you're here tonight for a reason. And Keisha talks about the organization. The first and foremost thing that you need to be thinking about is you need to get focused on why did you come here to this hangout. There's a why. You have a why. My why starts with my kids, my family. And it extends beyond that. You have a why. And so the first thing to get organized is get some clarity on why you're here. What are you interested in? Why did you feel like you needed to come listen to this wonderful panel of women talk about making money from home? You've got a reason, and you need to focus in on what that reason is. And then once you start to understand and get clarity on the why for you, your purpose, what it is that you want, and how it is you want to help others, then you're able to focus on what steps to take to succeed. And this is the vehicle that you can use to do that. I'm just super excited to be here, and I'm thankful to be able to have the opportunity to talk to you guys. Because part of what I want to do is help other people who are in the same situation. I want moms to be able to have the choice to be free to go to their baby school when they have a lunch or a Mother's Day, and not have to worry about being penalized at work. So, I'm just really thankful to be here. I appreciate being connected with you ladies and the team at UOP. It's an amazing, amazing atmosphere, and who you hang around is who you become. So, be careful about who you're choosing to hang around, and you want to choose a group of people like these ladies here, because we all are kind of on the same road to success, and we're all helping kind of manage each other up to get there. So, thank you for having me.
Awesome. Thanks for coming. So, Andy, tell me, when did you get started? Yeah.
I got started back in mid-January. Let's see, I actually sat on it for a couple months, just looking, and then finally, I said this to myself. and I understand business, and I understand that you need to invest. I was doing something else and had invested a lot of time and a good amount of money. And I said, $19.95, that's a pizza and a Coke, okay? A pizza and a Coke. $19.95 that I spent. I don't get a pizza and a Coke tonight, I get a PB&J. And what if this is the $19.95 or this sacrifice of not getting the pizza and the Coke tonight is the thing that changes my life? That's, I was like, it's a $20 decision. $20. That could be your decision that changes your whole life. That could be the decision that helps you step into the purpose that you were meant for. So, sorry, off task again. I'm just super excited. But, back in January, mid-January.
Okay. And so you sat on it for a few months. So tell me, when did you pick up and say, wait a minute, I may be like sleeping on a gold mine here?
Well, the unique thing about DSD is that you can learn how to use the system and you be completely dependent on yourself. And so I started to post items on eBay as the training taught me, and I made a sale within 48 hours. And after a year of doing something else, I was shocked, quite frankly, because I was following training and doing things in other businesses, but the system just didn't allow for the automatic results to come in. So after 48 hours, when I got a sale, and then a few hours later, another sale comes through. And so I was like, okay, this training, this stuff works. I've never posted on eBay before, I've never sold anything. So I was 48 hours, great, yes, let me get into this. So then I started telling people about it. I was like, you know what? Let me just go ahead and let me just go ahead and focus, because like I said, focus is what helps you, get to your goals. But I'm going to focus on this and start to work and tell people about this, because not only can you learn to kind of just be dependent and only depend on yourself to post items and take the training and move up when you can. You can share it with others, and then you have that side of the business. If you want to build a team, if your mission is big enough to encompass other people and helping them, become free and buy their time back, then you can do that too. So I just really appreciate the fact that it's a mass appeal, because you can either sell on eBay and Amazon, or you can share the opportunity, or you can do both. So for me, it's a no-brainer. It's a no-brainer.
Awesome. So you got in, and when you started listening to items, 48 hours, you were able to actually get results.
Yes. Yeah. And then a couple days later, I got 3 commissions in one day. It was, like 11:30 and then 12:30, and then there was another one at 3 or something like that. So people, were joining just from sharing a couple posts on Facebook and sending out an email. And it was all 3 in one day, and then I had 2 sales on top of it. So, it's crazy.
So I laugh at stuff, because I'd be like, it's so simple, and I'd be like, she just said, oh yeah, I just sponsored like a few people, and then I got more sales, and stuff. So, but you got in and actually did all the training, listed items, and basically got results. And then after that happened, you decided, oh, well, I should share with this with people so they can see.
Right. And obviously, you already talked about the income disclaimer and the results, but obviously you have to take action to do something. And so I'm not going to buy a training and then just sit on it and not do anything and then just blame everything else. No, you got to be accountable and you got to take the action. So I watched the training, and then I actually implemented the training. And who knew? There it goes. You get the sale and you get the commission. So.
Yeah. Awesome. That's just awesome. I love hearing these stories, and you were at, just, I like people to just, I think about what people are at school at, okay? So you actually got started at the 1995 level and was able to actually make a sale at the 1995 level, right? So okay, so you didn't need all the products or anything like that. follow the 1995, watch the videos, and actually implemented what you watched, okay, and then you were able to make the sales based by following the trend.
Yes, yes. I had over $250 in sales in 2 weeks, and I will disclose this here. At first, when I was posting 3 to 5 items a day. I had a goal set, and sales were happening so fast. And like I said, I still work full time. I have 3 boys. You know, we have all these different sports activities. So I just kind of let those listings. I got up to about 30 listings, and I let those listings ride. And every time I sold, I just relisted, and every time I sold, I just relisted. And I let those ride for a while, and they just continue to sell. So you watch the training for a few minutes, and then it takes it's like 5 minutes off a few minutes of work, and they just keep to change. So.
Nice. Nice. There was something that you mentioned, and I like to listen to people. You said I set a goal. Many people here tonight, and they're going to actually go up your inbox and say, "What are you doing? How did you do it? You sold few listings. How are you able to tell?" So I heard you say I set a goal. Can you talk about, because this is part of organizing. I mean, whether you want to not, this is part of organizing is just setting goals. So, Andy, can you talk about how did you set your goals? Let's talk about goals.
Okay, yeah. What I did was, I have to manage my time because, like I said, the excuses as far as I don't have enough time and stuff, I don't get down with that too much because I go on 3 to 4 hours of sleep every night anyway because, like I said, I'm busy, I'm on call, I've got a unit, I've got kids, so I took 2 hours of time a day, and I made a list of all of the things that I would need to do within those 2 hours that were strictly activities that would be income producing activities. Number one being how many items I wanted to list for that day. Before the first week, actually the first 3 days, I think, what I did was I allotted the time to watch the training videos. So I looked how long each of the videos were, and then I decided, okay, I'm going to watch these sets of videos, and then I'm going to implement whatever those videos teach me before I go to bed. So I would specifically, plan out the videos I was going to watch, and then I would finish by implementing what I learned in the videos. So what you do is you just have to be specific. You write a list down, and you're very, I had 3 postings that I was going to do for the first day after I got through all the videos, and then I actually was posting as I went along. But once I learned all the training and I understood what to do without watching the training anymore, I said, okay, I'm going to do 3 postings a day. I'm going to do 3 emails today. I'm going to, do this many posts on Facebook. I'm going to reach out to this many people on Facebook or this many people I know or what have you. So it was a very specific goal, and it was just really specific to how much time I had. And I would pick certain days for certain activities. So if I knew that, for example, I had a basketball game or something that I had to go to after work, and I wouldn't be home until after 10 o'clock, and then we had another hangout that I needed to be part of or something like that, then I would decide, okay, on Wednesday then, the day before that, I'm going to post double the amount of listings. So I got that done, instead of just not doing it. I never went to bed without completing my to-do list, ever. I actually got a Fitbit, which helps measure my sleep and my activity and my steps. And, people don't believe me that, this is a business that I'm dedicated to. There's a goal in mind. I am looking for time freedom, okay? So I am looking for time freedom, and so I am going to lose out on a little bit of sleep. I can choose that because I know that in the long run, I won't have to do that forever. So once you have and here's the thing, it goes back to the why. Why are you doing this? Once you get your clarity of why you're doing what you're doing, then setting up the goals and sacrificing some things here and there. I don't watch TV, ever. The only time I ever watch TV is when Scandal was on, that 1 hour of the week, because you cannot miss Scandal, okay? Cannot miss Scandal. So, you know, but I don't watch TV. I don't turn it on. I don't, you know, I listen to audio in my car. So I just kind of compress time. Anything I can do, business related or self-development related, I do it within the time that I have. So, you know, people that say they don't have time just haven't sat down and figured out how to make the time. So.
Wow. That was just so awesome. Thank you so much for sharing. I just wrote some notes, and I'm gonna go search the hashtag, okay, Winning Women Network on Facebook, because I want to see all the ahas. If you didn't get any ahas and you didn't write down anything, you know, from what Andy just said, you know, then back like she said, get back to why you're doing this. I know when I got started, I was like, seriously, like I would go to bed when my husband was going to work, and sometimes he had to be at work at like 2 in the morning, 3 in the morning, right? And so I would literally be up till he's walking out the door, and he's thinking like, oh my God, you're still up. And I'm thinking like, you know, this is my time, right? This is my season. I have to do what I have to do, like right now, to make this happen, because I know this is only temporary, right? And so it's always, you know, if this temporary, if you can get through that, you know, temporary period, you'll be good. But, you know, I just know that, you know, if you want to be a billionaire, if it was easy, everybody would do it, right? If you didn't have to lose sleep and do some, you know, and be uncomfortable, then everybody would be a millionaire. You know, we just would, right? We're just like, hey, I want to be a millionaire. But no, people who really want to be millionaires and want to be millionaires to change the world, because I don't want to be a millionaire just so I can go buy purses and shoes. Come on, that's a little petty, right? But there's bigger goals and there's a bigger mission that I have in lives to change and stuff. And so this company has given, you know, it's shown me that it's possible. Okay, at least my first million. This is my declaration. You guys can write this down and hold me to it. My first million will be done right here in DS Domination. I don't know how many other you, I mean, hopefully everybody on the panel, hopefully you all are in agreement with me, and your first million, you set it, your intention. I'm so serious. Set your intention. Your first million is going to be done in this company. In this company. Now you may go and invest in some other things and get another million, but the first million will be done right here, okay? And many of us are going to be in Las Vegas, Nevada, May 29th through June 1st. Yeah, I'll be there. I think I'll be there next. And so Angie Tonini Rogers is going to be there. Jen Glidden is going to be there. Rachel Kelly's going to be there. Sonia's going to be there. Eleanor, you're going to be there. I don't know if you told me or not. Eleanor's actually new. She just got started in the company, I think, about 2 weeks ago. Man, she's killing it. Markeisha, I hope we'll see you there in Las Vegas. But we're going to be in Las Vegas. There's going to be some things that are going to be released and everything that I'm pretty sure. You know, if they didn't release another product, honestly, in this company, I'm still going to be a millionaire. You know, I mean, that's just my declaration. I'm looking through the comments because I want to see how many other millionaires do I have watching us tonight. How many other people are just, you know, just determined. Our intention. I got 600 people listening right now. I need a millionaire check to go on in the chat box like now. You know, just set the intention. I don't care how many people have already joined the company or whatever. I'm going to do $1 billion inside of DS Domination, okay? The Bass family will be millionaires. We'll go down in history making our first million in DS Domination. So I just got really excited, right? Because, you know, I believe in the power of, you know, I believe that whatever I say, it will be so. And so just because I'm saying it, it's going to happen, right? All right. Woo. Man, I just got fired up. I did, okay? I did, okay? All my videos, I got over 600 videos, all that stuff, and it's not going to be in vain. It will not be in vain. I'm telling you. Okay, awesome. Oprah's coming to town and everything, okay? So my virtual mentors will be here. Man, all right. Rachel Kelly, you too, okay? We're going to do it, okay? We're going to do this. All right, Eleanor, you're already unmuted. Sweetie, come on out and tell us again. Last time you may have some audio technical whatever, but come on out. Tell us about the success you're having. You're messaging me like, man, you're just like, you're making sales and everything. Tell the world about your success with DS Domination. Like, tell us how you got here.
It's actually been 5 weeks.
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
It's been 5.
Wow.
It's been 5 weeks.
Awesome.
Jen's actually my sponsor too.
Woohoo! It's amazing.
Jen Gluten is my sponsor. I joined 5 weeks ago. I got the pro training on a Thursday. Went through all the videos on Friday. Started listing on Saturday. Made my first sale on Tuesday. Made my second sale on Wednesday. I've been averaging 1 sale a week for the last 5 weeks, but my 5th sale was on Friday, and sales 6 and 7 were yesterday. So I had my first 2 sale day yesterday. So it's actually starting to come together. And I found something that's selling pretty good. 2 sales yesterday on the same item. So
nice. What a way to just keep, keep pressing.
Yeah, I've got the pro. That's where I'm making my sales right now is on eBay. I also have Elite, Unleashed, and Monopoly. So.
Well, yeah, we noticed that you were, very ambitious. But tell us, Eleanor, you were able to get in at the pro level though, and actually make a difference.
Yes, and that's where my sales are all coming from right now is the pro level.
Okay, awesome. So you haven't even gotten to even list stuff that's actually in the elite and other levels or whatever just yet.
Well, I have listed a few things, but all of my sales are coming from eBay right now.
Awesome.
From the pro level.
Awesome. So if someone were watching tonight and they're, thinking, well, I don't know, what your internet marketing background is or whatever, but could a person just watch the training and actually list items? And is it pretty simple that someone?
Absolutely.
Okay.
If I can do it, anybody can do it.
Okay. Awesome. So,
if I can do it, anybody.
Awesome. That's what, I just want to make sure, because I know there's people that are watching tonight. They're probably saying, you guys have probably been online a long time. You guys got a lot of experience and stuff like that. And so, but they could just simply watch the videos and copy and paste.
Yeah, it takes about 4 minutes to list something. And I told Jen, my goal is to be able to do 100 items a day for an entire year. Right now, I'm at about 25 a day. So, it takes a while in the beginning to be able to get quick enough to be able to do 100 a day. Plus, I only have 100. My limit on eBay right now is 101. So, I'm kind of fixing myself.
Nice. What a way to get in and just, and take action. I like that about you. You take action.
I put a few up on eBay, and then I go to my elite training to get the rest of the 25 up so that I'm working towards getting towards my 100-a-day goal. I have that limit on eBay, so I'm putting excess onto the other elite training site so that I'm working towards my goal of 100 a day. Nice.
Gotcha. What a way to create strategy. I like that, Eleanor. Way to take action. You are definitely an action taker. You even sent me a message about coming on. I got people who've been in the company for months and months and months. I'm not mentioning, I ain't mentioning no names and I ain't pointing no fingers. But I like the fact that I didn't even have to message you and say, hey, Eleanor, why don't you get on the Hangout and tell people about your success? No, you messaged me. You sent me a private message, say, look, I'm making sales. I want to get on the Hangout. So I appreciate that because the world needs to hear Eleanor's story. Okay.
Well, you know what? I tell my friends, and they still think that it's a scam. So if I can't get my friends to believe it, at least I can get other people to say, hey, look, if I can do it, anyone can do it.
Right.
I mean, everybody up here is doing it. There's 10,000 in our group that are doing it every day.
Yeah, absolutely. And just, just some consolation. Sometimes friends and family are the hardest,
Yeah.
So you just have to you have to go on and get results and just keep pressing. I think I've been in the company since September 2013, and I think my little brother is probably the only person that actually has, even because he's listening to me. But it's okay because they just, you just keep going, right? So.
Yeah, I know it's working for me. I know it's going to continue to work. And eventually, when I'm no longer working for the company that I'm working for now, they're going to say, hey, wait a minute, she wasn't wrong. She told us months ago that she was going to be job-free and doing this full-time, and now she is.
Right. What kind of work do you do?
I'm retail. I'm in retail.
You're in retail?
I'm in retail.
Oh, nice. Okay, so you can just see products all day long. So,
I've got a product in the place that I work that sells for 50 cents that Amazon is selling for $65.
Nice. Yeah, if you're in retail, you're in a prime,
You should roll
prime
in.
spot. You know what I'm saying? Like, I would definitely be paying attention to what they're putting in the store. Okay? Oh, definitely. But that sounds amazing. Thanks, Eleanor, for coming out tonight.
You're welcome.
Thank you for all that you do, and yeah, you're amazing. Awesome. Awesome. Okay, let's keep on moving. Go ahead and mute yourself back out. Great job. Miss Jen Wooden is here tonight. She's on the panel. Jen, I'm so excited. One of the reasons why I'm really excited is because I see your lineage is on here. Like you have people that your team is on the Hangout tonight. So it's so awesome to see this happening tonight. So Jen, come on up.
Hey
Keisha, hey everybody, nice to meet you tonight. It is a pleasure to be here. It's just been a wonderful experience being here in DS Domination. We have this incredible team, having Angie and Eleanor here on tonight along with the other beautiful ladies. But it thrills my heart to see so many people on my team just taking their own businesses and running with it. Eleanor came in and she has had goals from day one. And I love that about her, and she has just been working them, and she's seeing the results there. And Angie too, she's just been going after it. And this business is something where it's of experience. You can just come in and start doing the copy and paste work and then grow from there, So a little bit about me. I'm a mom here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I stay at home with my little 18-month-old boy, and my husband goes to work every day, but I've been doing DS Domination since early November, and it has just been fantastic. I had my first eBay sale within 24 hours of getting started, and that's because I went through the videos and I started listing. So starting the listing process is really one of the keys to actually succeeding in this business, right? You've got to have things up there on eBay for
I was just
sale.
talking to Alicia and Julia. I say she's about
because of
my
my
two Facebook
experience
friends.
here was so different from any other company I tried before in the past. And then looking at the success of the team, I decided that it was important to share with other people. So Angie and Eleanor are a couple of the people on
I'm
my
just
team
trying to
that
get
shared
this
it with,
capital
and
so I
they
can
are
roll.
earning profits
That's
from
all.
that. So
I'm
I've
working
been
on.
promoting as an affiliate and also
That's
selling
the only
on
way I can
eBay.
roll. I
started
gotta have
selling
some
on
money in the hole.
Amazon with our Monopoly product. And, it's just been a fantastic experience. Our team is absolutely the best out there. All the resources that we have available to us. We have all these encouraging hangouts that people can really benefit from watching. And
Maybe Dad get me an Amazon credit card. Hey Dad, get an Amazon credit card. Let me use it. Because they do have a credit card.
24/7 support. But it's really interesting.
Even overstock. If you can get like the overstock. If you buy stuff from Overstock, you get that rewards. But shoot, you have an Overstock credit card, you get like 5% more. So that'd be like 10% every time you buy something. You get money.
Real income. I have another couple on my team.
No, it's like, because yesterday I looked at some of the Overstock cost $206, and you get back $10 in change in credit.
That's $4,500.
And see, yeah, that adds up. That credit, shoot. If you got other people buying from you, like on eBay or Amazon, and you buying it from Overstock, then all that credit you add up so you can phone house with the credit.
Like Angie said, when you're committed to your why has to be bigger than your excuses. But when you're committed to that why and you keep just going after why you're doing this and you stay consistent and you stay persistent, I personally have been my health has grown. So, you know, one thing that I wanted to share with you guys tonight is I saw a post on Facebook. It was a good friend of mine. I love this woman, and she has an incredible family, an incredible husband. It was her anniversary, and she had a beautiful picture from it. She loved her kids and loved her life. And then the last part of that was she wrote something about now husband, can you just win the lottery so you can stay home with us? And that broke my heart. That broke my heart because I think there are so many people out there who believe that the lottery is the only way that they're ever going to be able to live the life of their dreams. And what are your chances of winning the lottery? Let me tell you that the lottery is not what you want to win. You want to win your self-confidence. You want to win your self-esteem. You want to win, you know, all these things that you will gain when you build a business here that I can't even tell you the number of people who have just been absolutely empowered, who are seeing their lives transformed before their eyes because of what is happening in this company. So with that, I want to turn it back to you, Keisha. Thank you for having me here, and it is just an absolute pleasure to be sharing this with you all tonight.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dan. You know, it don't take but like a half or anything for me to cry, you know. But I'm like, but yeah, that, you know, and that's why, like I always tell people, like I could be doing something totally different on Sunday nights. You know what I'm saying? Like there's like something totally different, right? After church, you know, church people go to church and they eat, right? So, you know, every Sunday, you know, there's events that happen and stuff, and many times I'm saying no. And it's not, you know, and it's not because I don't want to go and eat and hang out and have a good time. It's because I have a mission, right? I have a goal. I have a mission. I have a purpose. And right now, you know, this is where I choose to be because there's lives. There's people that are right now. You're sitting at your house right now. Some of you are watching this hangout and you're saying, oh my God, I have to go to work tomorrow. Right? What kind of life is that? What kind of life is that to live? And I've been there. So trust me when I say I'm not pointing fingers or anything like that, right? Because I've been there. Like on Sundays, I seriously was trying to figure out who's going to be sick, right? Which kid's going to be sick? You know, what's going to be hurt? You know what I'm saying? Like what appointment I'm going to have to do? What's going to happen? Because I did not want to have to get up, get the kids dressed, you know, and take them to daycare, drop Josh, you know, and my son, he's going to school, he would have to basically leave. I had to call him, make sure he got out to walk to school, he got to school on time, everything, you know, and so that just wasn't life to me. That's just not living. That's just simply existing. And so I'm here tonight because if it's just one person, that gets started tonight at the 1995 level, my job has been done. Somebody's family, somebody's lineage, someone's generation has been saved because we were here tonight telling you, like Jen said, winning the lottery? Oh my God, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? We have a business, a very, you know, it's something that, you know, that, I mean, seriously, I don't know many people that can't get into, you know, into this and not see success. People are always buying. They're always buying. They're always looking. There's always a birthday. There's always an anniversary. There's always some sort of holiday. There's something that's going on that people are finding a reason to buy something. And so you might as well just put yourself, you know, in the stream of money that's flowing. Right? It's flowing already. Walmart is not, you can't find a parking space at Walmart right now, right? You go to Target, all these stores and things. Now people don't even want to go to the stores because they'd rather just shop online. They'd rather avoid the lines. I talk to people like, oh, I didn't even go out to shop. Right? I just sat at my computer, ordered things, and just had them shipped out. So you might as well get into the flow of money that's already flowing. We just interjected ourselves into it. We have a way, we have a solution. and we would love to show you how you can be free. Okay, I can't wait, Angie, until you get until you are able to to fire your boss or whatever you want to say, right? Until you're able to release yourself from the nursing job. And it's not because you hate being a nurse, because I'm sure you love what you do. It's awesome, right? It's the grandest thing to do. But who wants to have to show up when somebody else says you got to show up, right? Leave when they say leave. Take a break when they say take a break. Go on vacation when they say go on vacation. Forget that. That's not living. So, be a volunteer. I mean, that's my stuff. When money's not an option, right? Seriously, I mean, I'd rather, I want to do what I love and I want to volunteer. So, anyway. Awesome. You all, so let's keep moving. Thank you so much. We're going to keep moving. We want to keep you late. But I have some special guests that I invited here tonight. They're going to share with you, some of the things that they do to get organized, right? Because as women, and men too, so I'm not going to men, but as women, building business from home, oftentimes we still have a lot to juggle. Some of you still have full-time jobs, and you're trying to figure out what the heck. How do I manage my time and all this stuff? So I have people that I invited tonight to share with you. So if you're here, get your friends on the Hangout tonight. If you got friends, I don't care what business they're in, because organization is organization. I don't care what you build, right? You can be building, I won't mention their name. You can be building anything, right? And need to be organized. You may just be a home, a housewife, and just want to figure out how can I pull this all together, right? So they're gonna share, from themselves, some of the things that's working, in their business and how they're running their lives. I have one young lady that's here tonight she's actually a professional organizer, okay? And so she's definitely going to share some of the things. You all can connect with her. I hope she's going to get overloaded with organization questions and stuff. And I have another wife that's here that's doing business full-time, project manager. Project manager means really, manage the business, not manage the project, right? It's one big project. So I brought her here tonight. I wanted her to share because she does some things that I think are very cool that will help each and every one of us. I got my notebook. Still writing notes. I have my notebook. I got a clean sheet of paper. Okay, so I would suggest to you that get a piece of paper, write some notes and stuff.
She got muscles in her stomach.
Okay, cool. All right, so Miss Marquisha, I am so excited to have you tonight. And
she got muscles in her stomach.
Her sound and stuff is working and everything. Miss Marquisha is actually a professional organizer. She's told me her business name is Holistic Pro Organizing. She's actually in Maryland. For those of you who are in Maryland,
Peter get that shirt from. Peter get that shirt from.
Things that we are not very good at, right?
Papa Smurf.
Work. I mean, she might like to be in the garden. I want to, she can hire somebody to do things that she doesn't
Why would you come out and stick to the show like that?
Right? She may not want to do it. That may not be that doggone good at, right? So, it's Miss Marquisha. If you could just, I want you to share, with the ladies tonight, the floor is yours. We have, half the time. Share with them some things that you see. You're actually inside of DS Domination as well. And so, how you kind of organize your day or what tips that you have that can help women. I mean, maybe it's how to organize the laundry. I don't know. Give us the floor is yours to talk about how you got here and then some tips, okay?
Okay. Thanks for having me and everyone else, all the ladies on the panel. Hello. I started DS Domination in February. So, 3 o'clock, my dad said, I saw the opportunity and I jumped right into it. It really was a no-brainer for me. 1995, eBay, Amazon, ding, bells went off, and I was in. I was already looking for opportunities. I had already been in various opportunities like everyone here. And, I wasn't looking to spend $400 or $500. I just knew there was something out there. And so, DS Domination, a friend of mine was posting her results, and I was like, what is this you're doing? She sent me the link, and that was it. It really didn't take me any time. It was a no-brainer. I jumped in, had my first sale February the 15th, and I've been steady ever since then. And this last week, I've been having really great results, 2 to 3 sales per day. And I had 2 shows today, and I'm just going my whole listed, and I'm just rocking and rolling now. So things to keep you organized. I am a professional organizer. I just life experience and a degree in organizational management. I do a to-do list, and I've always had a to-do list, even in high school. They would give out the little organizers in high school, and I would write down, my assignments for the week. So I stayed with that, and I still make it. And I have a white.
Oh, I gotta see this one.
Her background there, and I write things down. I recently came across a compartmentalized to-do list.
No, they invited her this because Rico was going to lay her out for saying what she said about him. She made him by wearing his clothes. Ringo be on the sister show too, cause he makes clothes for Tony Braxton and them, and the Braxtons and stuff. He make clothes for other people. How the? Well, she said at the quiet, she made her.
So, that Friday, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. You want to do at least 3 important things each day. 3 things that you must definitely do. The pertinent things for that day.
She thought she brought him into the circle. I guess they started the show with something. She was probably the first person. Yeah. And really, Quad last year on the first season, Quad really was the one people was talking about because she kind of took her limelight. And I think that's what it was about. She won all the limelight. Yeah, but there's always somebody in all these shows. There's one person in the show that stands out among, like Nene stands out on Housewives, and it's always one. So it ain't you.
Do that to-do list, emails, making phone calls. I myself, since going to DS Domination, I've been adding that in. I put items every day. Okay, I want to follow my recruiting. Well, sorry, not recruiting. I want to follow. Get back to me about wanting to join the team. I schedule in time for, I even schedule in time for playing with my kids. I mean, you have to be balanced. And what I like to instill in my customers is having a sense of balance, knowing when to take a break, downtime, and whatever else. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Let me ask you a question. So let's go back to the so 2 weeks to-do list. What does that look like? Okay, so
what does that look like? Okay, you can't see. Here's my little compartmentalized to-do list. Okay, and I print out at least one of them for myself. And for 2 weeks, I had, whether it be personal items, running errands, paying bills, returning phone calls for businesses, laundry, car repairs. I put in everything on my to-do list, but I always 3 important things that I must finish that, either I wasn't able to get to the day before, or I feel like that they need to be done right away.
Okay, so three important things that must be done today. So for many of us who are business building our DS Domination business, one important thing is going to be listing items, right? Okay, and then follow-ups. I mean, you know what I'm saying, like generating leads is going to be something. Email, So there's going to be 3 important things. You need to identify what those 3 important things are each day.
Absolutely, and you don't want to put yourself out. I think I in a Jeffrey Combs podcast. You want to be focused, and if you have 5, 6 things you want to do in one day, to be really honest, as a mom or even as a dad, as 2 parents, 6 things in one day, sometimes that can be a bit overwhelming. But if you do those 3 major things, even if it's major, I have to pay the mortgage, that can really stress someone out when you're not remembering to do it. Set it up, have it already, so you don't have to worry about that. 3 do your 3 most important things for each day. And don't overwhelm yourself. You can't get to everything all the time. So if you just have 3 things, you won't be so overwhelmed. And surprisingly enough, if you finish those 3 things, you'll be able to move on to more things on your list. You won't feel overwhelmed. And you'll feel like you've achieved anyway. You can make an achievement by being able to, complete some of the things.
That's good. That's really good. I'm reading this book called The One Thing. And he's actually on this chapter now about multitasking and how this whole, phenomenon about multitasking. And it's so cool. I'm actually reaching out. One of the things that we actually do is we chapter multitasking, but we're actually task switching. So it's like you actually go from, you're actually doing one thing, and then it's not that you're getting more done, you're actually getting less done. Because if you're just focused on that one thing and you've done that, so then, until you were done with that, and then went on to the next thing, it's like we try to compare ourselves to computers, and he was like, actually, even a computer can't really do 2 things at once. And I've been in IT and I write code, and I know, and it's not possible. Right? A computer's doing one thing at one time, and then it switches does the next thing. And as people, we actually can walk and chew gum, so we can do 2 things at once, but we're really not able to really focus on really important things at the same time. So I think we're I don't know if she's still there. Someone jumped off. Rachel jumped off. Awesome. Well, cool. So that was a good stuff. So write a to-do list. Make a to-do list. I recommend you doing it at night. Make a to-do list. 3 important things you do each day. Okay, so she said 3 important things that you do each and every day. Not that you need, actually 3 things that you're going to do. Let's release the word need. It's actually the energy of that word is actually really important. 3 things that you're going to do. 3 important things. Right, that you're going to do each day, obviously, and then be income producing, right? 3 important things that are income producing items that you're going to do each day. I like that you say wake up early, because that's something that I ended up starting to do. Is actually wake up early, because I would just wake up at 7 o'clock, and so now I'm training myself to get up earlier and actually do meditate and just have a clear mind. Awesome. Use the crock pot and it's schedule time for your plan. Schedule time for your plan to begin. Do you have a day planner? Do you have a calendar?
I have a day planner to carry around. Yeah, I have to carry around. It's my purse. It's pretty small, and I jot down things that are that come to my head, even items that I want to sell, or things I want to do for dinner. I really write down. It's like a journal as well. I write things down and things because we don't forget. We can get pretty busy and pretty tied up. So I recommend to my husband that carry your journal around. You've heard that a lot. I heard that. But it's a great tip. It's a great tip. You carry your journal around, write down the things that you feel are important to you, things that you don't want to forget throughout the day, and items that can help grow. You mentioned actually those I think am I going to say her name right? Kenneth Kern, and she had a video about that, and it's an awesome video. I recommend anyone to do so. Please go file section. She has a great list of IPAs, and I actually I copied that well, and I attach it to my script that I carry around So if I get a little unfocused, I can always go back and say, okay, I need to do this. You'll do this idea for the day. So we have great information outside questions. For anyone who's in the group, anyone who's plans to join the tonight, there's a wealth of perspectives that really cover about whether it's personal success and self-talk and things that come in our business and really in any field. A lot of us have more than just the domination business, and there's great information in there that can put us in every area.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much, Marquisha, for giving us those tips. You all that are joining tonight, you'll get access to the group that we're talking about. We have a Facebook group, over 10,000 people inside the group, and you can see there's some amazing people that offer so much value. And so we wanted to just give you some value as well on tonight, because if you're going to be a millionaire, which I would definitely declare to you, just set your intention to do that. We want you to be organized, and we wanted to share some things that when you get started, you can take these with you as you get ready to start your DS Domination business. So awesome! Thank you so much, Marquisha. Rock on, Miss Sonia Jennings. I love Sonia, you all. Sonia Jennings is here tonight, and Sonia, thank you so much for coming out and sharing tonight with the women some of the things that you do. I know you're former project manager, working DS Domination now full time. There's some things that you do that are just amazing. So I want you to share tonight. Thank you for all our guests that are here tonight. Hang tight. Welcome to all the new members that
Did you see this gown she gonna try? I seen the preview.
An amazing. Okay, we want you to, the mission of Winning Women Network is to empower you, not just in business, but in your life in general, right?
Hey, hold up. Wait a minute.
They actually blow up. So thank you for coming.
He's just as sweet as a gift. He's a sweetheart.
Hello, everybody. I'm so excited. I have just been listening to everything.
Raphael sweeter than the rest of them on it. Good God. He is totally sweet.
Brother, get a man with no sugar in?
Manager, and I'm also a former IT coordinator for the IT department for over 12 years. And once I got laid off and I finally decided to join DS Domination, I was thinking, how business am I going to use MS Project? That's a bit much,
Oh my God, can you do this today? Come on, go get the clothes on the dry away.
Raphael is sweet as can be. He's just a sweetheart. And that look good.
Online marketing. And I was like, how am I going to implement being organized, and how am I going to get through all this stuff, because you can't be all over the place.
There you go.
Marquisha hit on it. The IPAs, of course. And I think we should back. That's how we started. I have a huge whiteboard, and part of it has the IPAs on there. But one thing I want to start off with is my mom, growing up, would always tell us, do not leave for tomorrow what you can do today. I try to get in everything I can possible in one day. Now, granted, I am doing this full time, so I do have all day for me to get my things done. However, the people that are actually working and actually have a full-time job, you can actually implement maybe not the whole list of the IPAs, but maybe implement one or two things on the IPAs. So every time someone calls me and say, hey, I want to join your team, how many hours? I have a full-time job. I always tell them, if you cannot dedicate from 2 to 4 hours, I would recommend you thinking about it 2 to 4 hours in your schedule for you to do this business. Now I speak to the people that are not working and are actually at-home moms and working this business full time. Really, the bottom line is the idea is Reginald Stenson has. That was the first file I uploaded, and I put it out. And once I figured out that's what
Raphael is sweet.
If he's making the amount of money he's making, and that's my goal, then why would I veer from that when he's been in online marketing? And Keisha, you have something you say, follow the leaders. Yes, absolutely. Why would I go try to invent something just because I'm a project manager, I could have had the big head and say, oh, I know how to do this. I ran the whole IT department. I coordinated the network, desktop, and all of that. I could have said that. But because I was new to online marketing, I said, look, let me see what these leaders are doing inside of DS Domination, inside of the unit of prosperity. So I took that IPA down and I ate it. I chewed it up. And then I finally wrote it on my whiteboard. Once I wrote it on my whiteboard, then I started doing one thing at a time. And there were days where I'm like, I cannot even get to number 4. But guess what? The next day, I jumped right to number 4, and that's where I started. And then I went ahead. Now I can get all of my IPAs if I have nothing that interrupts. But there's room. There's times when I stay up till 2 a.m. because or 3 a.m., whatever it takes for me to get my IPAs done. That's because I have a goal that I am trying to reach. And I am going to reach it. I'm going to reach it this year. My goal is, my first goal is 10,000. When I get back from, I want my goal monthly, and I'm talking about profits, to be 10,000. Then at the end of the year, I want my goal that's set, that's written down, is 30,000 for that month. So I know there are things I have to do. And if Reginald has it back there, if Kerna, I think her name is Kerna, it's K-E-A-R-N-S, she made that video, as Marquisha was talking about. I looked at that video. Why would I try to do something else? I do, sometimes when I'm listening to like a training or on a hangout, and I'm listening, I may have my basket of clothes that I'm folding. I always have laundry in my office because I am using every minute that I can. I cannot afford to lose not 1 minute. Because I am my boss, I am the CEO of my company, so I have to use my time is very valuable. One of the things that was taking a lot of time from me was being on Facebook. And I was not a Facebook person, but I felt once I got in online marketing, I had to be on Facebook. But absolutely not. You do not have to be on Facebook. I have 1 hour for strong social media where I go in and I welcome people. I usually don't have questions. I usually try to find my questions because I realize a lot of people's time is valuable. Or I post my question in our Facebook group. But the social media can take so much of your time. Before you know it, you're on there for hours and you've wasted time. So I have 1 hour a day. Another thing, my family was calling me. I also did a project for a church, so everyone had my phone number. And on that IPA, it says, turn that phone off. That was the hardest thing for me to do. Now my phone goes off. I return phone calls between 3 and 4. Another thing, family time. My family time is between 4 and 6:30. I have my menu, my full menu for the entire month. Now, of course, we make adjustments if things come up. I may put down today that we want to eat a salad, and maybe we don't feel like eating a salad, and I can quickly make a soup. But at least I know I have a menu that could guide me. This is not the first time some of you guys are hearing this. We had Miss Deetra talk about menus. She talked about crock pots before. Take the information that is being given to us and use it. Oh my gosh, it has freed up so much time for me because I thought I had all the time in the world. I'm working at home now. But actually not. When you sit back and you look, you waste so much time. So I try to get that exercise in first thing in the morning. I get that meditation. Reginald said, get that mind right. So I listen to music, whatever your forte is. Find it and do it first thing in the morning. Use Buffer. I just started using Buffer. It was a little intimidating for me, and I'm a computer person. But it was a little intimidating for me, but now I use Buffer. You can use Hootsuite. There's another program that I use. Use whatever you can to take care of your posts, so that way you don't have to be on Facebook. And I only engage in intelligent conversations now on Facebook. I leave the nonsense to the people that have time to waste time and are not serious about making money online. So, Keisha, that is my take. I hope I haven't rambled on too much.
No, that is so good. Okay, I just wrote. I mean, that was really good. Engage in 1 hour of strong social 1 hour for strong social media. That was the goal mine. That's so. And turn your phone off. Return phone calls. Set a specific time to return phone calls.
And people get mad at me. They'll text me and leave me a voicemail message, and they'll send me an email. I've been trying to get in touch with you. Okay. I've already told my team, I call you my phone calls are between 3 and 4. If it's an emergency, send me an email. And if I do read that email that time and it's an emergency, I did a video that says, making someone's emergency my non-emergency. I did a video on that because I had a text message. I was walking in the morning, and I had a text message, and I read the text message. Then he called. Then he left a voicemail message, and I was like, what is the emergency? So I sat down and I listened to the phone call, and I was going to call him immediately, just stop my walking and call him. And I thought about it. I said, wait a minute, no. Okay, that may be an emergency for him now. And it is important, and I am going to get to him. But I was taking care of my personal time in the morning. I was on the track walking. And so after my walk, I did a video and I posted it, and I did take care of him. And the emergency that he thought he was panicking for no reason. And so I could have went right into that emergency, been all hyped and everything. And then I would have been upset because I was like, wait a minute, I could have waited. So you have to choose what's important to you and what can wait.
Okay, that's really good. I'm looking at the comments, y'all. Some people are saying, like, really love your tips, good tips for social media. I think that, thanks Markeisha, everybody that gave, great tips. A monthly meal plan. So you plan the meals out for the entire month.
Yes. And it's real easy. I mean, all you do, you just print up a calendar and you just, if you have children, you ask them. I ask the boys all the time, what do you want to eat? And, they say tacos today. One of the boys, we were having crawfish at a neighbor's. We kind of put together, we had crawfish. And one of the boys said, well, I don't want crawfish. I don't like crawfish. And I said, okay, well, you want to make your pizza. And he was like, well, can you make the dough for me? And so I went ahead and I made the dough for him, and he did his pizza by himself. That wasn't on the menu, but that's what he wanted to eat. And I'm like, hey, honey, you can go ahead and make it. Here's what you need to do. He's 16, and so he made his pizza. He was happy. But you can make adjustments, but if you just did the menu, you have it there. If you have an emergency, you don't have to think, oh my gosh, I got off course today. Hey, go back to the menu. Let's get it, And of course we eat out sometimes, but it's not every day. So you can make adjustments. And if you just change one thing, Markeisha was saying like three important things to do, or 3, things that you can do for the day. Like I said, I do this full time, and I have my IVs, and I have to get it in. And right now, I'm in several challenges right now. I'm with your video vlog that you're doing, Keisha, for 30 days. I incorporated that. I have another coaching that I'm in. So I have to get all this stuff done because I have so many whys. Some people have one. I have many whys. And I am going to accomplish it. I've made up my mind to accomplish it. And I'm so grateful for DS Domination. I'm so grateful for the Unit of Prosperity. I'm so grateful for leaders in the Unit of Prosperity that has taken their time. It has blown my mind because the training when I was in corporate America, we paid thousands of dollars, and we had to beg our supervisors, our VPs, to approve the training, or you had to pay for it yourself. There was not one training I attended that was not $2,500 plus for project management, for everything that came out, because in IT you have to keep up or you get lost. This is a gold mine. And for $19.95, when someone calls me and says, I did not have $19.95, I say this to them. You can do it for free, but if you don't have $19.95 and you want to go do that free stuff that DS Domination has in the back office, more power to you. But I tell them, if you don't have $120 to get started, don't start. You know why? Because this is too easy. The training that you guys give in the Unit of Prosperity, it kills me that people don't attend those trainings. Because it is so valuable because I know what has come out of my pocket in the past, what I've paid. And so people are to be sending, we need to be sending thank yous every single day. I know you guys probably don't ask for it. Reginald is the most humble person that I have ever met. This training is, I always say priceless because it is. And I take it, I absorb it. I've never seen anything like it before. And corporate America does something to you. So when you get something like this team, it is priceless. I do not have anyone that comes to me for excuses with $19.95. I am sorry. I say goodbye. I say goodbye because $19.95. If you don't have $19.95 with everything, you cannot. How many times do you want to beg and say it's only $19.95? Please join my team. Do you know? I can tell Reginald what that price tag is for that system that he's given each and every person. Because we bought software in corporate America because I had to approve it, and so I know what that stuff costs. So I just want to say thank you guys from the bottom of my heart. I'm sorry. I get pumped, I get excited, and so I'm sorry.
You don't have to apologize to me, okay? Because hey, I feel like if you're not gonna do it with passion, then just don't do it. That's don't do that, right? Just do it with passion. Thank you so much, Sonia. And Marquisha, you want to say one more thing?
Yeah, I want to say one more thing. Clean your space. Have a place to do your business. Have a place in your home to do your work. Make it a quiet place. Okay? Make it a clean place. Take some time out when you have that quiet time to yourself, whether it's jotting down things that you want to get done with your business or even things in your home. Have a clean space. Start purging things that are blocking the flow of money. And yes, there are things in your house right now. It's 95 cents. You need to throw something out. There was $19.95, so you can get that $19.95 in your pocket to get into this program.
Dang, another one. Everybody gay in Atlanta. Damn. Atlanta so gay men.
Yes, it is. I heard that too. Yeah, we got one job.
But clean your space. Have a place to do your business. It's imperative. You can't do anything when you have tons of, excuse my language, crap everywhere. Okay? Keisha seems like she has a nice office, from the whiteboard back there. It's not all scribbled. She cleans it off and starts over every Sunday. Find a space, make it your own, or sit down, get those IPAs done, or sit down, make your to-do list, sit down, get your meals ready for the week, get your lunch done, but have a clean space. And don't do them in the bed. I know a lot of people like their work in the bed, but the bed can be very comfortable, and I've nodded off and dropped the laptop in your neck. Posting and finding products is good. So I just like to recommend to everybody, my clients, joining people who has a business, clean your space. Have a place to do your business. That's all I have to say.
Damn, she said that to somebody else.
Oh my God. Yeah, stop the madness.
We love you, Keisha.
Same thing, girl. Same thing. Wow. I'm really shocked that Mariah would treat her cousin this way. It's just not right. That's your
All right. Well, with that, everyone for coming out. It was an excellent panel. I hope that as you've been watching, you've gotten an idea of just how simple it is to get started. And, we have women from all walks of life making an income here with DS Domination. It is just, we're waiting with open arms to welcome you into this team so that you can start creating the life that you desire to really live your dreams too. We just can't wait to see you walking alongside us, cha-chinging alongside us. It's like a big party here every day. I mean, every day we have people cha-chinging.
I'm still trying to give Mariah the benefit.
You know, damn, that's the third person that said something in our own blood. You know, he sound like he got a bag of sugar away, you know, he's way too.
Yeah. You got a lot that you may be next, honey. You may be in line and over the door. Coming up on Marriage to Medicine.
Really? Security? Yeah, you got my security. I got something. I cannot believe you.
Don't mess with no gay man. He gonna read you.
He gonna bring it down. We got two sides coming out. The guy and the woman.
Hey, ain't nobody liking on Mariah this year.
Oh, Mariah started on herself. Fucking on herself. I just put her with shit. She ain't working no damn way. It would put her husband, she would have shit like that. Okay. I want to just bring it, but again, that's all you say. What's some shit?
Okay. We got your opinion. I said we got your opinion. Yes, Mariah. It's Mariah.
On May 23rd, today, buffalo shrimp with sauce on the side with Adam and Drew. It's hot. I saw what you need to learn and saw what I showed to you. You're a good mom. You're a pretty good mom yourself. It's not even don't look that good. How did this, for the PG-13 starts May 23rd. Over 31 irresistible flavors of ice cream.
Well, I ain't get up to 2. What was you doing this morning?
Mom's making cookies.
What time you get up?
Flavor of the month. Delicious coffee out there.